Guys, my name is Corey Thompson and I am broker of I Sell Houses real estate company here in Ardmore. For all of you that don't know me, you might have seen a for sale sign or two that's been pink around town. I just wanted to make a video today to kind of explain and update everybody on the market. Every month I'm going to jump on and do a video of just giving everybody an update because constantly everywhere that I go, people are asking, is the real estate market really as crazy as everybody says it is? And when is it going to crash? Because what goes up must come down. And although that I do agree with that in a sense, right now the market is not telling us that it is going to crash. It is steadily increasing over time. So last year in 2020, everybody got scared because it was COVID. We were working from home. I know my team was hustling because we were scared. And then we ended up breaking records in 2020. Now, fast forward to 2021. And it's even more crazy than it was in 2020. So last year we had an abundance of listings. We usually average about 100 listings at a time. Right now we have about 60. So our numbers are down. And that's why you might see some of us ish girls soliciting for houses for sale just to try to help neutralize the market. We have a big pool of buyers and we don't have enough inventory. And that number from last year, just overall in the United States, is down 40%. So that means if we had 100 listings last year, then it's down 40%, which is exactly accurate for I Sell Houses too, because that's exactly our numbers. And then that's not slowing down the number of buyers. So we're like, why are there so many buyers right now? And everybody talks about the interest rates. And that is, I think, one of the number one reasons that there are so many buyers still. The interest rates are great right now. And our rental market here in Ardmore is tough. We have approximately 100 doors that we property manage here at I Sell Houses. And if we have a vacancy, we can post it and we'll have 30 applications and we'll have it rented like that. So what that means is there's an inventory shortage in our rental market, and there's a shortage in our inventory on our listings. So there's a housing shortage everywhere. And our rental market is expensive. So if I rented a house for $1,200 a month, a lot of buyers are going, why would I pay $1,200 a month for this house when I could buy the same type of house for about a $900 a month mortgage payment? So it's just smarter for people to buy if they can and if they can find a good deal. But what we don't want is the prices to keep on driving. So that's why we're trying to hustle up all these listings so we can try to neutralize the market, because you don't want it to keep on going and going and going and going, because then housing affordability will not be affordable for anybody. And that's definitely not what this real estate agent wants. So for us sellers, let me touch base on the sellers. If you're thinking of selling a property in this market, it is imperative to get a property evaluation. And even if you're not thinking of selling, let us come to your house. It takes us 15 minutes to walk through. It takes me 5 minutes. I can walk through your house in 5 minutes, give you a honey to-do list and tell you how much that I think I can sell that baby for. 5 minutes flat. But it's just a good idea to see how much equity that you have, if you have any at all. And even if it's not the right time to sell, it might be a good time to refinance because those interest rates are still really low. We work with a lot of great local lenders here in town that we can help get you connected with to see if that's a good idea for you. But we are seeing multiple offers. We're seeing the prices increase, and the prices have increased so much. They were already up for 2020. So our prices started going up in 2020. And then in 2021, they've even went up 25% more than they were in 2020. So it's all over the board. This week we closed on a house that I sold a first-time home buyer less than 2 years ago. And I walked them away at closing with $80,000. They paid off 2 car payments and student loans, and then got into their new house, which is a little bit higher payment than they were currently paying. So an awesome situation for some sellers. But again, it goes case by case, property by property. Some people I'm only seeing about a 10% increase, but some people have been seeing all the way up to a 60% increase. And that's kind of why you see prices keep going up and up and up, because a lot of sellers are going, well, if my neighbor got that, then heck, I'm going to put another $20,000 onto mine and see if it sells. And some of the times it's working. And that's what's continuing to drive the seller's market up, is because all of the buyers, there's not very much inventory. So, and they know that they have to act fast. And even when these prices are pretty pricey, people are still jumping on them because the interest rates are so low. So it is definitely still a seller's market. It is a great time to sell. It's a great time to see if you can pull out your equity. and we'll come to your property and I'll give you an A, B, and C price. And just so everybody knows, public announcement, the realtors of the world are not driving up the real estate market. When I go to a listing appointment, I'm going to give you an A, B, and a C price. I'm going to give you that high price, that middle price, and then that C price. And as a real estate agent, the price that I always suggest is that C price, because if you price your property at an aggressive price in a seller's market, then you're going to get maximum visibility. People shop online. They look online and sometimes they go, oh, that's way too high, I'm not going to go look at it. So the more odds we have on your property, the better. So I always encourage the lowest price. Now, it is completely a seller's choice to price where they want. And some people say, well, we'll price higher and we can always come down. But sometimes what happens is we'll price high and then it sells high. But some of the things that are correcting the market are the appraisers. Appraisers are there to protect the banks and the loans and the buyers. So on loans, the properties say we will sell it for $250,000. A lot of times the appraisals are only coming in at $200,000 or $220,000. So then we'll have to negotiate, and those buyers will either have to pay on top of their loan or we'll have to negotiate the price down. But that's again why you need a good experienced real estate agent to help you through that process as a buyer and a seller. So if you're thinking about selling, let us come look, give us 5 minutes. If you're maybe 15 minutes, but I can get you taken care of in 5 minutes. Now, let me talk to the buyers out there, because I know the buyers are out there are stressed out and they are scared. There's no reason to be scared if you have the right knowledge. Knowledge is power in this market, and being prepared is everything. You can't walk in and just say, oh, I'm thinking about buying a house right now. You have to be prepared. You have to come in, sit down, have a buyer's consultation. We need to know how much money that you have for your down payment. We need to know what your comfortable monthly payment is. We need to know what your interest rate's going to be. We need to know how much that you're going to be bringing for closing costs. And if you don't have enough money for closing costs, then we know that we have to negotiate the sellers to pay those closing costs on your behalf. But in a seller's market, that's a little bit tougher. So we might have to go over price point. So we still need to make sure that we can get your sellers to pay your closing costs and still have you comfortable with your monthly payment. And it's also very important to talk about inventory in your price range. If you tell me that you've got $1,000 a month budget, then we need to come in and sit down and say, these are the properties in the last 3 to 6 months that sold for $1,000 a month budget, to see if those are properties that you want to pay that much money for, because inventory is low. It's not, you can't say, oh, I want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath on 5 acres outside of city limits for under $200,000 with a shop. Those are rare, and they are far, and they're rare. They're just rare. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now. And also we're competing with the growers. The marijuana industry has spiked the seller's market even more, because homeowners are competing with growers. Anything outside of city limits, growers are jumping on, and they have cash. So it's very, very important to get connected with your real estate agent so we know what you're looking for, because here at Ish, we have a lot of the listings. As soon as we get the listings, what we do is we take those listings, and as soon as they go active and they go live, we match them with our buyer's pond, and then they get first dibs, and we're putting in our strongest offer as soon as it hits the market, because in this market, time kills deals. So if you guys have any questions, I know that that's a lot, and I know that I talk fast. I love to talk all things real estate, and I would love to help you with any questions that you guys have. Comment below. If you're a buyer, comment. Get you a buyer's consultation, and if you're a seller, we'll come and do a property evaluation walkthrough. All we need is 15 minutes to get you prepared to make it a success in this real estate market. Y'all have a great and blessed day. Thank y'all.